You want to know what blows my mind? The fact that we live in a country that used to feed the world, and now we're importing beef from Argentina just to keep up with demand. And then you got diabolical supervillains like Bill Gates trying to force feed everybody his own weird lab-grown petri dish meat. None of this should be considered progress. This is intentional collapse. Look, I'm a cattle rancher. I live this life every damn day, and I can tell you firsthand, this doesn't happen by accident. The policies that gutted American ranching, they weren't just bad decisions. They were strategic. If you haven't noticed, and I don't really expect that you have, well, nearly 700,000 independent cattle ranches have vanished since the 1970s. You think that's a coincidence? It's not. It's consolidation. It's control. It's the same story playing out across every American industry. Take the heart out of rural America, replace it with corporate supply chains, and then pretend it's about efficiency. Meanwhile, you're paying higher prices for beef that's been shipped halfway across the planet, while local ranchers, they're shutting their gates for good. Tell me how that makes sense. It's not about supply and demand. It's about making you dependent. If we can't feed ourselves, we're not free, and they know that. You don't have to be a rancher to understand what's going on here. This is a national security emergency, period. Because when your food supply is outsourced, your future is held hostage. Your children's future is held hostage. And when ranches die, the town dies. The feed stores close. In fact, one just happened to close right here where I live. The mechanics pack up, the schools close down, the families move away, the culture disappears, because you can't replace ranches with imported beef and expect to still have a backbone as a nation. It doesn't work like that. I own Fat Cow Ranch here in Wyoming, okay? We do things the way that they're supposed to be done. No shortcuts, no antibiotics, no chemicals, no fake labels, just American beef raised by American hands on American soil. And I'll give it to you straight. Rebuilding this industry isn't going to come from politicians. It's going to come from men and women who refuse to let this country become dependent on anyone but itself. We need producers again. People who actually build, who raise, who produce something of value. That's how a nation stays strong. And that's what's missing right now. Pride in production. We used to celebrate the people who built this country. Now we ignore them, we regulate them, and we replace them with imported product. It's not right. But that ends when we start paying attention again. When we start choosing American beef. When we start choosing local over corporate. When we start giving a damn about where our food comes from and who's putting it on our tables. Because this isn't just about ranching. It's about sovereignty. And if we don't reclaim it now, there won't be anything left to protect.